Ever wondered how the exquisite bottle of wine you enjoy comes to life? From the vineyard to your table, every bottle of wine has a story to tell. A journey that's as unique and complex as the flavors dancing on your palate. Imagine a world where the sun kisses the grapes. A world where the soil, climate, and human touch join forces to create that perfect symphony of taste. Yes, we're talking about the art and science of wine production, a process that marries tradition with innovation, patience with passion. This fascinating journey is not just about the transformation of grapes into wine, it's about the transformation of a simple fruit into a global symbol of celebration, sophistication, and pleasure. So whether you're a seasoned enophile or a curious novice, this world holds a certain allure that's hard to resist. Stay tuned as we unravel the fascinating process of wine production. It all begins in the vineyard with the harvesting of grapes. Now you might be thinking it's just picking grapes, right? But in reality, there's a lot more that goes into it. The process of harvesting is a delicate dance, balancing nature and knowledge, tradition and technology. The timing of picking the grapes is crucial. It's a decision that rests on several factors: the ripeness of the grapes, the weather, and the type of wine being created. The grapes must reach a perfect balance of sweetness and acidity. This balance is what gives the wine its unique flavor profile. Harvest too early and the wine may taste too acidic. Wait too long and it may become overly sweet. It's a delicate balance, and it's the winemaker's skill that determines the perfect moment to harvest. Then comes the method of harvesting. There are two main ways to do this: hand-picking and machine harvesting. Each has its own advantages and disadvantages. Hand-picking is labor-intensive but allows for a careful selection of the best grapes. It's often used for high-quality boutique wines. On the other hand, machine harvesting is faster and more efficient, making it a popular choice for larger-scale productions. But the method of harvesting doesn't just affect the efficiency of the process, it can also impact the flavor of the wine. Hand-picked grapes are less likely to be damaged, which can lead to a cleaner, more refined taste. Machine-harvested grapes, while efficient, can sometimes result in a mix of ripe and unripe grapes, which can affect the uniformity of the wine's flavor. The vineyard is not just a field of grapevines, it's a living, breathing entity, and every decision made here affects the final product. The type of grape, the soil, the climate, they all play a part in the character of the wine, but it's the process of harvesting that sets everything in motion. The journey of wine production truly begins here at the vineyard. Once harvested, the grapes embark on their transformation journey. Just as a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, grapes too undergo a metamorphosis of sorts. The first stage of this transformation is known as crushing and pressing. Now, you might be conjuring up images of old-world winemaking where villagers joyfully trampled upon grapes with their bare feet. This traditional method, known as foot crushing, was indeed a common practice in the past. It allowed for a gentle crushing of the grapes, preventing the seeds from being crushed and ensuring the juice didn't get a bitter taste. But don't worry, the winemaking process has come a long way since those times. Today, modern crushing equipment is used that mimics this gentle crushing action. These machines are designed to handle the grapes delicately, ensuring the seeds are not broken and the juice is extracted without any bitterness. Let's delve a little deeper into this process. The grapes are placed in a large container, and the crushing machine gently presses down on them. The goal is to break the skins and expose the juice and pulp, but without crushing the seeds. This is a delicate balancing act that requires precision and care. But why go to all this trouble? Well, this stage contributes significantly to the taste and texture of the wine. The method used for crushing and pressing can affect the amount of juice extracted, the level of tannins and other compounds that end up in the wine, and even the color of the final product. So while it may seem like a simple step, crushing and pressing is actually a critical stage in the winemaking process. It's the bridge between the raw, harvested grapes and the delightful, fermented juice we all know and love. The crushed and pressed grapes are now ready for the next vital stage. So let's continue on this fascinating journey and discover the magic that turns these humble grapes into a bottle of joy. Now comes the magical phase, the fermentation. This is the pivotal moment in winemaking when the simple sugars in the grapes are transformed into alcohol, the essence of wine. This process is brought about by the action of yeast, tiny organisms that feed on the sugars and produce alcohol as a byproduct. There are two main types of yeast that can be used in this process: natural and cultured. Natural yeast is present on the skins of the grapes and in the environment where the grapes are grown. These wild yeasts are unpredictable, often contributing unique and complex flavors to the wine. On the other hand, we have cultured yeast, which is commercially produced and offers winemakers more control over the fermentation process and the final flavor profile of the wine. The choice between natural and cultured yeast is a significant one. It's a decision that can greatly influence the character of the wine, affecting everything from the aroma and taste to the texture and overall quality. Some winemakers prefer the reliability and consistency of cultured yeast, while others embrace the unpredictability and diversity of natural yeast. The fermentation process is also responsible for determining the wine's alcohol content. The longer the fermentation process, the more sugar is consumed by the yeast, and the higher the alcohol content of the wine. This is why wines can vary so much in terms of alcohol content, from light and refreshing to full-bodied and robust. But fermentation is not just a simple chemical reaction. It's a delicate ballet of nature, a dance between the grapes and the yeast, where timing, temperature, and technique all play crucial roles. It's a process that requires patience, precision, and a deep understanding of the unique characteristics of each grape variety. Fermentation is where the grape juice slowly turns into wine. It's the magical moment when the humble grape begins its journey to become a complex and captivating drink, a bottle of joy that brings people together, sparks conversations, and creates memorable moments. That's the magic of winemaking. That's the magic of fermentation. Clarification and aging, the steps that refine the wine. In the fascinating world of winemaking, the journey from vine to glass is a tale of transformation. But the story doesn't end when the fermentation process is complete. Oh no! The real refinement begins with two crucial steps: clarification and aging. Let's start with clarification. This is the process where solids, such as grape skins, seeds, and pulp, are removed from the wine. Think of it as a purifying step, where the wine is gently filtered to remove any unwanted particles. The result is a clear, bright wine that is pleasing to the eye, a visual delight that invites the first sip. But a wine's visual appeal is just the start. It's the taste and aroma that truly make or break a wine. And that's where aging comes into play. Aging is a delicate balancing act, a dance between time and taste. During this period, the wine is stored either in barrels or bottles, each offering its unique influence on the wine's character. In barrels, the wine's flavor profile can be subtly shaped by the wood's characteristics, adding notes of vanilla, toast, or spice. On the other hand, bottle aging allows the wine to develop complex flavors and aromas over time, enhancing its depth and character. But remember, not all wines are meant to be aged. Some are designed to be enjoyed soon after they're made, offering fresh, vibrant flavors. Others, however, are crafted for the long haul, their true potential only revealed after years, sometimes even decades in the bottle. It's this combination of clarification and aging that gives the wine its final taste and aroma. It's a process that requires patience and precision, a deep understanding of the grape's potential, and a vision for what the wine can become. So the next time you pour a glass of wine, take a moment to appreciate the journey it's been on. The vineyard's sun and soil, the winemaker's skill and intuition, and the transformative power of time, all conspiring to create the liquid symphony in your glass. With clarification and aging, the wine gets its final taste and aroma. Finally, the refined wine makes its way into your favorite bottle. A journey that began in the vineyard, with the careful nurturing of grapevines under the watchful eyes of dedicated vintners, has now reached its grand finale. The harvested grapes, transformed through fermentation, have shifted from simple fruits to a complex, intoxicating blend of flavors and aromas. The magic didn't stop there, however. Our wine underwent a process of refinement, where it was aged to perfection, allowing the flavors to deepen, the textures to smooth out, and the overall quality to rise. It's a process that requires patience, expertise, and a profound respect for the art of winemaking. And now, this labor of love is sealed within a bottle, ready to bring joy to tables around the world. Every sip, a testament to the journey it's been on, the care it's been given, and the passion that went into creating it. Next time you uncork a bottle of wine, remember the journey it has been on. Cheers to the art of winemaking.